Hello, folks. As I have told in the morning, today we are going to discuss 50 questions. So, first 25 questions I have discussed in the morning. You can go and watch that video from my channel. And the next 25 question we will discuss in this video. So, let's start quickly with the two video which I have asked you in my previous session. So, first is a set of possible data values is called. The correct answer will be domain. And the second is which of the following model is a combination of iterative model and waterfall model. So the correct answer is spiral model. So few of you have given correct answer. There were one more question that if black box testing is behavioral testing, so what does white box testing is? So the correct answer is structural testing. Now let's start with today this session's questions. First is which of the following register holds the content of data or instruction read from or written in memory? So that register is memory buffer register, or this is also known as memory data register. So what is this memory address register? Memory address register is having address of the register from where the data is to be read. And what is program counter? The next instruction to be executed is stored in program counter, and the instructions which are being executed right now, those will remain in instruction register. We should know these registers name and whatever their functionalities are. Next is method overloading is determined at. So method overloading is determined at compile time, and method overriding is determined at runtime. Okay, what is next question is which among the following is not a necessary condition for constructors? So let's see. Its name be same as that of class, that is true. It must not have any return type, it can be, cannot be. It must contain a definite body. This is the right answer. It can contain argument, yeah, it can contain argument, none of this. So option C is the right answer. It is not necessary that a constructor will have a body. Next is the ability to modify the internal schema without causing any change to external schema. So this type of question is quite confusing. I used to get confused with this question, like what we are changing and what is the independence. So just remember, whatever we are not changing, that independence will be the answer. So here it is telling we have to modify the internal schema and external schema is not being changed. So it is a physical data independence. If it will say external schema is being modified and internal schema is not changed, then it will be logical data independence. Next is what is the effect of thrashing in CPU utilization? What is thrashing? Thrashing is drive is overworked. Whenever the pages are coming to and from the memory, drive is working. Whenever it has overworked, its performance will degrade. So that's what it is asking. So it will decrease the CPU utilization. Next is which of the following is used to transfer data intended for a peripheral device into a disk so that it can be transmitted to the peripheral device at a more suitable time or in bulk? The correct answer is spooling. What is spooling? Whenever we have to send the output data in a bulk, or there are many processes which are running and output of those will be sent at a suitable time, so those data are being stored at one place known as spool, and the process is known as spooling, and those will be transferred at a better time or sometime later. Which protocol is used to send mail? So sending mail, SMTP protocol is being used. So SMTP uses port number 25, and which protocol is being used to receive the mail? So we have POP protocol, and other one is IMAP protocol. IMAP is Internet Message Access Protocol, and POP is Post Office Protocol. So POP is IMAP is used for web application. Whenever we want to get read email from internet, we use IMAP protocol, and POP uses 110 port number. Let me know in the comment section what port IMAP is using. Next is which of the following is used to define a hyperlink in HTML? Yeah, so options are A, BR, H1, B, none of these. So correct answer is A. You remember we used to write AHF is equal to URL name. What is BR? BR is a page break, H1 is header, B is bold. So what is loopback address? So before answering this question, we should know what is loopback address. So loopback address is reserved as 127.0.0.1. What does it do? It is used to test the self connectivity. So what loopback is kind of passback. Whatever message we are transmitting in this IP address, it will return all the message. So just to test for self connectivity, loopback addresses are being used, and it is reserved as 127.0.0.1. Next is OLAP applications are widely used by Dash, and it uses Dash schema. So I have already told you, whenever we see OLAP, it is a data warehouse concept. And data warehouse, we have data mining techniques. So OLAP applications are widely used in data mining techniques, and the schemas are star or multidimensional. So in data warehouse, we have star schema, snowflake schema, multidimensional schema. So if you have gone through data warehouse a little bit, you must know these terms at least. At least we should know the terms so that we can eliminate the options and get conclusion to a correct options. So next question is the 2's complement of binary number. This is, so we need to get the 2's complement for this, which is very easy. What we have to do for 2's complement, convert this first, make this to 1 complement, convert all 0 to 1, 1 to 0. So 1 0 1 0 0 0 dot, here will be 0 0 1 1, and now we have to add 1 here. So if you will add 1 here, it will be 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0. So 1 0 1 0 0 dot 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 0. Yeah, so option B is the right answer. I hope it is clear to everyone. Next is, which of the following for loops runs 55 times? Okay, this is very easy question. First is, for int I is equal to 0, I is less or equal to 55, I plus plus. So this will run from 0 to 55. So it will be run for 56 times. Next is, I is equal to 0, I is less than 55, I is equal to plus 2. What does this mean? I is equal to I plus 2. This is I is equal to I plus 2. So it will run from 0 to 4, 6, around 27 or 28 times it will run. C is, for I is equal to 0, I is less than 55, I plus plus. Okay, so it will run from 0 to 54. So total is 55. So C is the correct answer. Let's say D also. It will run 1 to 54. So there will be 54 only. So option C is correct answer. Okay, next question is, which of the following values ignored by count star functions? So answer is null values. So what is count star functions do? It gives the count of records which we want to select. Suppose we are doing a select name student from this. So whatever the name and student we are selecting, the select statement will give us the result. But when we want to know the count of the student or IDs, anything, so at that time we will be using select count star from the table name. So null values will be ignored. This will be calculated. Even if the values are repetitive, it will come in select count star. If we want to remove repetitive value, you have to use distinct, select distinct count star. I hope this is also clear. Next is, what does a layer 2 switch use to decide where to forward a receive frame? Okay, so it is talking about layer 2. So you must be knowing that layer 1 and layer 2, they don't have to do anything with IP addressing or port addressing. Only MAC addresses plays major role in data link layer or layer 2. So the answer is destination MAC address. This will come in layer 3, this will come in layer 4. This will also come in layer 3. So whenever we wish to communicate within the network, only layer 1 and layer 2 is more than enough to communicate within the network. Whenever we have to communicate outside our network, at that time all the layer comes into picture. Remember this thing. Okay, next is what is known as one to nearest addressing in IPv6. So one to nearest is known as anycast. So this is about IPv6 addressing. So what is unicast? Unicast is there is only one sender and one receiver. One to one communication is known as unicast. What is multicast? Multicast is there is one sender and there are many receivers, but a group of receivers are receiving that message. It is known as multicast. Anycast is one sender, many receiver, but whoever is nearest to sender that will get message. That is anycast. And what is broadcast? One sender, there are many receivers, and all will get the message. That is known as broadcast. So unicast, let's make it analyze with, or let's give me some example. Suppose you are going to a party. Okay, so you are talking with your friend, that is a unicast. Now you are talking with a group of friends, like 4 5 of you are talking, that is a multicast. And suddenly you stood up on the table and start shouting and start addressing to the people, that is a broadcast. Don't do this kind of things. Next is which of the following is a collection of protocol designed by IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force, to provide security for a packet at the network layer. Whenever we will talk about packet security at network layer, blindly answer IPsec. IPsec is security protocol at network layer. SSL and TLS, what is this? These are transport layer protocol, transport layer security or socket security layer. And what is PGP? PGP is pretty good privacy protocol. It is an application layer protocol. Now let me know in comment section, PGP, what is PGP is using? PGP is using UDP or TCP or both. Next is Terminators requires in which of the following network topology? Answer is bus topology. What is terminator? We have a backbone and we have many computers connected in bus topology. So terminators are the endpoints. So the data does not flow outside the topology. That's why we use terminators. Next is select star from students order by marks dash name dash to display the marks from greater to smaller, means descending, and name in ascending order. Which of the following option should be used? So for descending we use DESC and for ascending we use ASC. So the correct answer is C, DESC ASC. Circuit level gateway firewall works at which layer of OSI model? So circuit level gateway firewall works at session layer. What is this circuit level gateway firewall? This is used to monitor the IP handshaking to know whether it is the legitimate session or not. Next is which of the following sorting algorithm has the worst time complexity of O and log n? Okay, so O and log n, just remember we have only two sorts. What is those two sorts? Merge sort and heap sort. Only these two sort we have worst case time complexity is O and log n. Rest all is having worst case time complexity is O n square. So remember this thing. So answer will be heap sort. Next is revoke command is used in which category of SQL statement? So grant and revoke comes under data control language, which is DCL. What comes under TCL? Commit and rollback comes under TCS, transaction control language. What is DML? Select, update, delete. These are data manipulation language. What is DDL? Create, drop. These are DDL command. Next, which layer provides for the syntax of the data? Presentation layer is the right answer. Presentation layer provides like how data should look like. That is what we know as syntax. Next is which form simplifier and ensures that there is minimal data aggregate and repetitive group. So the correct answer is one normal form, because this is very basic in database designing. They are not talking about any dependency or transitive or partial dependency, nothing they are talking. Answer is one normal form. One normal form only tells us like there should be a table, similar record should be internet table, and all those things. Next is, which of the following is a mechanism by which object requires the properties of another object? The correct answer is inheritance. And last is, a program in execution is called, answer is process. Now these two questions are for you. Logical memory is broken into blocks of the same size is called. And second is, which is not a software lifecycle model. So comment answer for this question in comment section. And if you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Keep learning.